All right, let me show you how I did this look. So first of all, this is my helper. He is super hyper right now, but I already did my CC cream and concealer and my favorite brow pencil. So my base face is all good to go. So I'm going to start this video from my contour, which I use a combo of these two right here. You can see they are well loved. The top color was the Gilded Glow bronzer. The bottom is the Latte. I use my cheek brush right there on the top, and I start on my cheeks, kind of in the hollow area of my cheeks, and then I do along my jawline and up on my forehead. And I have really been kind of researching different ways to contour that works with your face shape, and so I'm starting to kind of incorporate that and just get better and better. But you just gotta try, do your best, and you just improve over time. Right, before I start applying my shadows, I'm going to prime my eyelids. It's super important if you want your shadows to stick and last all day. When I use eye primer, literally, when I go to take off my makeup at the end of the day, my eye makeup is rocking still. So super important, a thin layer. You don't want to put too much. So you see I just kind of dotted on one eyelid and I split that between the two. Otherwise, it can be just too thick of a layer. All right, now it's time to start some color. So there are different variations, but for the pumpkin spice palette I'm using today, I have 4 colors. So Biscotti, Candlelight, Shiny Penny, and Burnished Bronze. You could always use rustic there, or a flat matte, either espresso or hot fudge would also work as well. Okay, so starting with Biscotti, this color I use on a daily basis pretty much. It is a must-have for me. I use that up along my brow bone, and then I blend it down a little bit so that way I can blend my crease color up into that Biscotti and avoid any harsh lines. So Biscotti, if you're doing any kind of a neutral look, and I would use Blossom if I was doing kind of, something in the pink or purple family. Okay, next we're going to take that light shimmery shade called Candlelight, and we're going to use that on the inner corner and starting to blend inward to right about the mid part of the eyelid. Now like I said, have done different variations of this with different colors. I've also done different variations where you can do this lighter shade on your entire eyelid and then do Shiny Penny in the crease and deepen the outer corner with either the rustic shade, burnished bronze, or a matte espresso or hot fudge color, whichever way you want to do it. But today I'm doing this all over the eyelid. So I'm going to do this all the way from my lash line up towards my brow bone, leaving a little gap in between my brow bone and the color. Oh my goodness, all that blending has got me hot. I gotta turn on my fan. Okay, and because I wanted this color to pop and be a little more shimmery, I am spraying my brush with setting spray, and then I'm just gonna tap it in the Candlelight color and go over it just a little to make it a little more vibrant. Another option is you could use a gold color here. So in Mary Kay, there is an awesome color called Gold Status. So that is another option you can use on the inner corner as well. Like I said, lots of variation for this palette, and the ending results look amazing. All right, so now for the star of the show, I'm gonna go in with Shiny Penny. And for this color, I'm going to do the mid lid all the way towards the outer corner. You could leave your outer corner empty because you're going to deepen it up with one of your darker shades. However, I find that this color can really be built up upon. So I'm going to take it all the way out to the outer corner and just blend it into that line with the Candlelight so you don't see like a straight line. Kind of want to blend them together. And you'll see I just keep kind of packing that color on, and I decided instead of stopping, I was going to go all the way to the outer corner, so then I had to kind of, let me get a little more. Okay, so once you get those two colors on there, you want to use a fluffier brush. I'm using one of these new limited edition brushes, and I'm just going to kind of buff those colors together and blend them up into the Biscotti at the top. Sometimes I'll use it cleaned and then I'll add a little Biscotti, so that way there is no harsh lines. Blending, blending, blending. So it really depends how deep you want your colors to be. I like my shiny penny to be pretty deep, so after I've blended them in, of course they have faded a little bit, so then I'm going to go in with a little more color and pack it on the lid again. And like I said, it's just a personal preference. I like it to be nice and dark and deep, but if you wanted it to be a little more subtle, then you would probably leave it like that. And then because I am blending those two colors, I go back in with the inner corner color, the Candlelight, and I'm going to add a little more and just blend. And now it looks perfect. All right, now it's time to deepen up that outer corner. I'm going to take my crease brush and go in with that deepest shade. I'm using the shimmery burnished bronze color, and I'm going to deepen up that outer V. So I kind of angle my brush at an angle to where it's aiming up towards my brow bone, starting at my lash line, and I'm going to wiggle that color in there on that shiny penny and really blend it together and kind of form that shape that you want your eye to take. This look I'm doing is a shimmery, total shimmer look. If you wanted to take it down a notch, you would use those matte deep shades, and then it wouldn't be so shimmery. But I'm like all about the shimmer, so I'm even going to spray my brush. Oh, I got a little helper. It's back. I'm going to spray my brush with that finishing spray, and I'm going to use my brush a little dampened, and I find that that helps deepen the color a little bit. And then I'm just going to work on blending these together, and I honestly found that these colors just blend together so easily. Ooh, this is when it's looking good. Sometimes I'll take my smudger brush and go in there just to make sure I really get that corner down along the lash line, make sure there's no bare spots. All right, next I'm going to use a fine tip brush, and I'm going to mimic the same colors from the top down on that lower lash line. There's my little helper again. Isn't he just so cute? So I'm going to take Shiny Penny, and I'm going to go from my outer corner a little past the midway point of my lower lash line, and kind of blend that out carefully. You'll see me use my eye smudger brush again and just kind of blend that together and buff it out a little bit so it's not so harsh. Okay, now I'm going to take that Candlelight shade and I'm going to touch up my inner corner a little and then go underneath the lash line and blend it to Shiny Penny. And that way it matches the top perfectly. Then you take that burnished bronze or whatever dark color you used, and you're going to just deepen up that outer corner under your lash line. And then you're set. Looking good. Okay, time for some blush. I'm going to use Wineberry. It's a really deep burgundy color, and I like the way that that looks with this eye color, but you can use whatever blush you like. And I'm just going to buff that on the apples of my cheeks. After I apply my blush, if I feel like I got a little too heavy-handed, I just go back with my all-over powder brush that has some translucent powder on it, and I just kind of buff that in so that way it's not too crazy. So my son wants me to show you this green color. He really likes that color. And he also really likes this blue color here called Radiant Blue. And he would like me to do an eye look using these colors. Every morning when I do my eye makeup, he says, "Oh, let me see what colors you did." And I just think it's adorable. And then I'm gonna take my cheek brush again and add just a little bit of a highlight right here up along the apple of my cheek area. I like to be a little shiny. Add a little bit up above my eyebrows and down my nose and a little on my chin. Okay, and now to really bring it all together, some liquid liner. I am obsessed with this liquid liner pen. It works so easily. It gives me such a nice straight line, and because I have hooded eyelids, I need a nice thin line, and this thing is the bomb. So I start with my outer corner, as you see here, and once I get that started, then I will build out just a little bit of a wing and just kind of line it up towards the end of my eyebrow. Once I get that done, then I can kind of extend that line in towards my inner lash line and repeat on the other eye. Okay, and for my lower lash line, I'm going to apply just my black eyeliner pencil from my outer corner till about midway. You could go all the way across, and that's just another option. And my son decided he wanted to put on some makeup too, so he's using translucent powder. He knows that he's allowed to use that, and he won't look like a weirdo. Okay, so my lips are so dry. I'm putting on a little bit of satin lips. And then for today, I'm going to just use a lip gloss because I'm going to wear a mask. So I am going to grab my sample of the brand new shade called Unique Mauve. And I really, really, really love this shade. I think another shade that would work really well with this eye color look would also be Tawny Nude. Super, super pretty. And I also added just a little bit of chocolate nude over the top, and I love that too. So there's so many different lip options you could do, as well as different lipsticks. So try out some different things and see what you like. All right, next up, I'm going to curl my lashes, and I like to just warm up my eyelash curler just in the fold of my leg, and that way it's a little bit warm. You could also use your hair dryer and warm it up just a little bit. Be very careful. And I find that helps me get a nice curl. If I smear my eyeliner, I'll just go back in with my eyeliner and just touch it up. But I find that this helps me prevent getting any liquid eyeliner on my eyelashes. I have been using a combination of two mascaras. The first one is Fanorama, which if this is out of stock, you can also just use Lash Love. It's the same formula, just a different applicator. And I find that this mascara really lengthens and separates my lashes. And then I like to go in with the Lash Intensity mascara because I find that this mascara will really give volume and make my lashes look thicker. Don't forget to get your bottom lashes too. Alright, and then once your mascara is dried, you can go in with your finishing spray and give a nice spritz all over your face and let that dry. Sometimes if I find that makes me a little shinier than I like, I can go over the top of that with a little translucent powder, and you are set for the day. And that is that. I hope you try this look. I am obsessed with it. I think it looks good with all eye colors and all skin tones. And if you try it out, let me know and post it on my Facebook group. Bye!